Hey, it's Ivan here. I'm doing another live stream here on YouTube, and I've got a whole bunch of questions I'm going to answer today. I've got questions about video hosting. I've got questions about business models, about the membership, about Systeme.io, about course creation, about what else do I have questions on? Yeah, a lot of questions along these lines. I got about 23 questions from what I see right now. So yeah, I'm really excited to kind of dive in. If you're in the chat, please leave a comment. Let me know where you're from, where you're tuning in. I'd love to know who's tuning in as well. And of course, today is the last day to join the membership as well. So if you have any questions on that, please do let me know. I definitely want to answer those. So cart closes today, basically. Okay, so definitely let me know. And sorry, we have a little uninvited guest here. Oh well, I'm just gonna do it with a cat in front of me. Okay, so I'm gonna just go straight in. If you've got any things that you want to ask, leave it in the comment section, and I'll definitely answer those. And I'll keep an eye out on the comment section. So with that said, just open up the first question. Bear with me here. Okay, so first question I have is, I'd like to build a series of connected courses where completion of one course unlocks the next. I'll probably charge monthly for access. Support, if any, could be via email versus Zoom or community. What tech would you suggest? So there's a couple of questions on that. With regards to the email access, it's tricky because of the email access. Like if you want to have some sort of a CRM where you have a support ticketing system, then you may want to use a software that does that specifically. If that's not really critical and you could just use Gmail, you could just use Gmail. There's nothing wrong with it. And you can use different filtering systems to organize that stuff. If you wanted to do like a help desk style, I use a software called HelpSpace, which it works fine. I bought it as an AppSumo deal, one-time payment. If I was to start over, I would probably use a different software, which is actually free to use. And I just have to remember the name of the software. I'll try to come back to it, but there's a really good software. They've got live chat and ticketing system and all that stuff. And I would probably use Talk. There you go. Talk. That's the one. TAUK.2. So let me just open up. Let me just share my screen on some points that I think will be valuable. So to answer that particular question, I'm just going to share my screen and show you the software that I would use for that specific aspect. Okay, it's coming up. There you go, this one. This is the one that I would use if I was to kind of start over. I would use this tool. It's got ticketing system, it's got live chat, emails, all that stuff. And they even have VAs that you can actually hire. So that's the one that I would use. I think it's a really good one, and it's also free. So that's in terms of like if you wanted to do email support, okay? So that's point number one. Point number two that you brought up specifically is you brought up the courses, the completion from one course unlocks another one. It's tricky because you typically have to set up some sort of automations on that, or where you have somebody submit a question, not a question, they finish a course and then there's a drip, right? So if you can set up a drip by modules, that will probably work better. If you feel that it has to be courses that are dripped, I don't know of a software that does that automatically. You have to manually open up access to them, which you can do. You can do that with Systeme, you can do it with something else. But if you can explore the aspect of just having it in the one module, then you can definitely do modules. So when they actually signify completion, that will work just fine. Newsendler will do it, Systeme will do it, Kajabi will do it. Any of these tools will actually have that, not based on course per se. Let me know if that answers that question. Hopefully that's good enough. Okay, next point. My question is, as a newbie, I find it difficult to know how to set up an email list and set up Facebook page and all the rest. So I would just go to landingpagechallenge.com, and that's basically what I would recommend. I know I'm biased because that's obviously my checklist and everything, but this is what I would use. So let me just show you. If you go to landingpagechallenge.com, you'll see a full A to Z checklist on how to set up a landing page, and it's all there basically. How to set up the opt-in page, the thank you page, the tutorials, what to write. It's literally all included in the one place. So, and you can see this is the flow of how it looks like. So you get the visual as well. If you scroll to page number 9, you'll also see here, like what do you actually write, tutorial on how to do each step, from formatting the buttons to what to write and all that stuff. So that's what I would do if I was in your shoes, to set that up, and that should take care of that particular challenge. Okay. In terms of setting up a Facebook page and all that, honestly, like with Facebook, just go to Facebook to the very top, click on create. You'll see a button on the very top. Let me just see. I'm right about it. There is a plus button. Okay. So there's a plus button on the top right, and see if I can share it. Okay, so have a look at the screen. So you see here, you click on the plus button right here, and then click on post or page or group, and you just click on that and just follow the prompts and fill in the gaps. That's all you got to do. Okay, it's really, really simple. It's just a matter of actually going in to do that. Han, great to see you. Had to switch from Facebook to YouTube, so I missed the link for the free learning CLM program. What's CLM? Let me know what CLM means. Han? Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Next question that I want to answer. I feel I need to build an online business around health, wellness, and fitness. How can I build content around the niche in a way that I can capture email addresses from social media, blog, WhatsApp, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram? Okay, first of all, don't do it on all social platforms. Pick one and focus on that. That's number one. Another thing you can do is, I'm just going to share my screen and show you an example of how I do it, and then it will make sense to you how you can do this, something similar. So let me share my screen. If you go to any of my blogs, and this is a realistic example that happened this week. Somebody found my blog, this one, around.link/tribe blog. Now, this blog post is a blog post that does a review on an online course about how to build a membership, basically. And that's what their blog post is about. So when somebody reads through the blog post, and this has happened this week I'm talking about, they read the blog post, they found me on Google, and then when they went to leave, this pop-up happened. And I said, free stuff before you leave: sales page template, website creation, website technology glossary, 21 productivity and efficiency hacks. Ebook, zero hype. Enter your email address, give me the freebies. They entered the email. They then signed up for the email list. They got an email. They went down the rabbit hole of my email sequence. They went through my YouTube videos. They went through my blogs. They read everything, all that stuff. And I got an email from them literally at the end of their day. They said, I've been consuming your content, reading your blogs and videos all night for 9 hours, and I sign up for your templates membership and your tech support membership. So this is a realistic example. It happened 2 days ago. Some person in Spain, okay? I've never met the person. I don't know who they are. They never knew me. They just found my blog, right? So that's what I would do. I would create content like that. Now, I wouldn't just create content for your blog directly like that. What I would do is I would create that content on social media first. Specifically, I would create that content on other people's Facebook groups and post that content there, either as posts, if you can, if they allow, or do it in comments, in reply to comments, to questions that you can add value. When you do that, you're then going to save that comment or that post, and you're going to save it on a Google Doc so you can repurpose it on other platforms, basically. Okay, so that's what I would do if I was in that situation. Go find Facebook groups to do with health, wealth, and fitness, and answer questions and be helpful from that regard. Okay, so that's that. Next question: what email platform do you find the best that has the most consistent pricing? Now, some context. I'm currently paying ActiveCampaign $169 a month. Oh wow, that's a lot. I'm at the bottom of the 2.5 to 5,000 level. I'm looking to lower this to a reasonable amount. Where do I find info on email service you're suggesting? What do I do? Autoresponders and okay. Yeah, I get it. That is definitely a lot. Okay. If you want to just reduce pricing, I know that the person who asked the question is actually using WordPress. The most affordable WordPress pricing is actually MailerLite. So I would definitely go with MailerLite if you're looking to just reduce pricing. And frankly, I know the use case probably for like the customer that's asking me. They're in my tech support membership. I think honestly, MailerLite will probably do exactly what you need to do, and it's going to be pretty good. So Hans said, I may have misunderstood. You bought a program to manage your interactions with your members. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's called Talk.to. That's what I would use, Han. TAUK.to. Although knowing what you're trying to build a business, Han, I'm not sure they're really relevant to you, but that's just my thought. Good to have you, by the way. I'd love for you to do the landing page challenge. I think that's what you should probably focus on, by the way. Okay, so that's the answer to that question. On the email marketing, I would just use that. And I think I have a blog post, email marketing comparison around Bukai blog. Let me just find it. Yeah, okay, so let me just share my screen. So you can see I've got a blog post here, email service provider breakdown, and you can see this is different email platforms and so on. Yeah, where I kind of give you the example, the pricing. Okay. Now, if you're going to use something else like Systeme.io, well, the email marketing is all included, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. But yeah, I would go with MailerLite probably just to reduce the pricing. It's probably the cheapest and good quality as well. It's not just the cheapest, but it's good quality. Okay, what is the best and cheapest ways to take a video recorded in Zoom and chop them up into Instagram stories? Captions generated would be a plus. I spent too much time on stories yesterday trying to slice and dice video recorded in Zoom. Surely there's a quicker way. Yep, absolutely. I would actually use a software called Clipscribe if I was in your shoes. Actually, if I was in your shoes, I would hire somebody to do it for me because it is very tedious. There is other software tools like repurpose.io, for example, and there's another one. The name escapes me, but when I played with them, I didn't find them as user-friendly. The one that I really like is called Clipscribe, basically. Let me just show you my screen. This is Clipscribe. That's what I would use. A great tool. This is Craig Lillard. He was on my virtual summit. We did an interview. He was also on my podcast. Really cool dude. And yeah, he's got a really good, simple software. And you can see you can actually create you can take the same video, chop it into different pieces, and repurpose it into multiple layouts. And it does the captions, it does logos, it does all that stuff. It also transcribes the video, and you can create templates. You can export the content into a blog post as well. And what's really good is you don't even really have to edit the videos. You actually edit it from the subtitles area. What that means is that you will see a transcription step by step, and you will just hide and unhide the captions you don't want included. So if you say or you can just hide that particular subtitle, and it will actually chop the video automatically when you export it. It won't actually appear in the video. So the video editing is basically like no learning experience. So that's what I would use. It's a really good tool. Craig, it's a bit of a solopreneur, one-man show. He's actually the CEO, the tech support, and the coder, developer, programmer of this tool. So he's really hands-on, and yeah, it's a good tool. I bought it when it was $45 a year, so I got a really good deal. It is now a little bit more expensive, but still it is really affordable. Let me just look at the pricing. Yeah, so you can start with it's $908 a year, which is really not a big deal. And yeah, you get pretty much everything you need. So that's what I would suggest. Okay. Yeah, it's a really good tool. Highly recommended. So that's what I would use. Next question. I see an example of a template that you insist of Systeme.io in your membership. Yes, let me show you an example. So, share my screen. Okay, so here is a sales page template that I am actually, it's already created, this particular sales page. You can see what it looks like. Scroll down. This is obviously a PDF, right? So this is going to be released as one of the first templates. There is still some more pages to be made at the moment, but this sales page as a minimum will definitely be released. And you'll be able to import it into your Systeme.io with just a couple of clicks. So it looks great. I really like it. And, you know, it's going to be included with the Canva templates that come with it. For example, this product mockup, this image, you're going to be able to replace that. You're going to be able to replace this. All that stuff is all included in the template membership. So you'll get access to all of that. Next question. When you don't have a website anymore and are starting again, what is the simplest order of the most essential things needed to be in place so people can find you? So I would say you need a landing page. That's what you need. And that will be the main priority, okay? Landing page that attracts your ideal customer, I would say go with the landing page challenge. That's really the first thing that you need to have done, okay? So you would set that up, and then depending on what platforms you're using, whether you're using Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, you want to optimize the different banners and the profiles so it sends people to the landing page. That's what I would use if I was in your shoes. I think that's the best place to get started. And you know, you can always grow it, obviously, but you don't need a full-fledged website. You need to just do a landing page with a thank you page. And if you're just getting started, I would say that your thank you page should invite people to actually sign up for a one-on-one booking call with you. So if you go to this video, which is a thank you video from everything you need to know about a thank you video from A to Z, you will see here, I'm just going to click on this. I'm just going to show you the section. 1 second. You're watching my videos, by the way, please click on the ads. I'll actually make. Okay. Okay, have a look at the chapters right here. You see here, bonus strategy if you're just getting started. This is the one that you want to follow. Okay. This is the strategy I would definitely recommend you do if you're just getting started. Okay. Next question. If I invest 4 hours a week into watching and implementing your content in the membership, would that work? Yep, 4 hours is plenty. Realize I'm not really looking to turn my membership into a course where you have to spend a lot of time on. That's really not the goal of the membership. The goal of the membership is to figure out how to save you time, not spend more time. So it's not about taking time away. It's about setting up a process that will save you time in the future. For example, one of the first things you should do when you join the membership is you'll get access to a course called Text Automations in a Day. In that course, the workshop, it's literally 20 minutes. Watch the video and go and implement. It will take you about 40 minutes to implement. When you do that, you will save hours every year, like many hours, okay? I mean, I don't know how many hours, but I save it probably at least 1 to 2 hours a week with text automations just because of that particular tool. So if you don't know what text automations is, like you are literally wasting time. Like you're guaranteed to waste time in your life if you don't use text automations in your business or in your job or in your personal life for that matter. Okay, so I really recommend text automations. And honestly, just that alone will be worth the price of the membership, which is $77 a year, because you'll save so much time. So that's what I would recommend. 4 hours is plenty, but I wouldn't be thinking about allocating a certain amount of time. It's more about, okay, what are you wasting time right now already in your business that can be automated? That's what I would be more worried about, and that's what I would want to advise you, okay? How much time do you think it takes to watch and implement the content you will share every month? It's a good question. It really depends. For example, because it's some things you need and sometimes things you don't need. So for example, the person asking the question, they don't use Systeme.io. So the template that I'm going to be sharing for Systeme.io is not going to be relevant. But I'm going to be sharing another template specifically for email marketing. Okay. Now the email marketing template you'll be not email marketing, for a Canva Facebook banner profile. That will be a very short video, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever. And then you got to go and create your Facebook banner. You need to figure out the copy, figure out the colors, things like that. Maybe half an hour, maybe an hour. If you've never used Canva, maybe a couple of hours. But again, that banner is going to get better and better over time. So, like my banner a year or two ago was not very good compared to what it is now. Now it's much better. So it just depends on which template is going to be valuable to you that is still missing in your business, right? Now, if you're going to be using Systeme.io and you're launching an online course, well, the implementation of with the template that I'm going to be sharing in the first month, it's going to take you probably half a day to a day, maybe more, because you're writing a sales page. But again, it's going to save you time because you're giving a template as opposed to starting from scratch. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. So hopefully that answers the question. Next question, is there a live element where questions can be asked? Well, what I'm doing now is the live element that I'm hoping to do. I didn't put it in the sales page as a guarantee that it's going to happen, but I'm practicing this process because I think it's going to be a really good add-on, and I don't mind doing this, to be honest. So long as I've got the questions coming in, so long as I've got a really good automated process in place, which I'm currently working on, that's one of the things I'm testing. Like all the questions that I have right now, mostly have been submitted by people to a form that automatically went to a Google Doc. And I just literally, I'm going through the Google Doc and just taking those questions one by one. So far, it's a pretty good process. It takes me probably about, let's say this live is going to take me an hour to do, then an extra hour, hour and a half, maybe 3 hours per month to do this. Great. That's a good value to me, good value for my members. I'm happy to do something like that. So that's where you'll get the live components. So that's kind of the idea. Next question. The membership, is it video courses, templates for Systeme, Canva, and emails? It's not video courses. It is templates for Systeme, Canva, and emails. But also there's going to be video element to show you how to use these templates. It's going to be video courses, just video tutorials relevant to those specific templates. Now, as time goes on, I might decide to also add courses, as I explained in my churnless membership training. But that's something that I'll figure out as time goes on. Can I use the Systeme template if I don't have a Systeme account? So Systeme is actually a free tool. So you can sign up for a free account. Go to aranbukai.com/SIO. And you can actually see what the templates are. They're actually free. But you can't actually use them using other tools. So the templates for Systeme are specific to Systeme. You're not going to be able to copy that link and use it in WordPress, for example. That will require rebuilding it. So that's the answer to that one. Is there a difference between the 6 months membership and the annual plan for the template membership? No, there's no difference. The same access levels, same value, same everything. You just pay a little bit extra when you pay for the 6 months. That's all it is. So there's no difference beyond that. Can you show me an example of how to do this? Avoid long shopping lists, meaningless, non-strategic actions. Have the next steps written down in detail on how I organize the to-do list in a more prioritized and structured fashion. Okay, so the person basically asking how to be more strategic with what you're doing. So I would say that when you're working online, there's really 3 things you should be focusing on. What your offer is, fulfillment of your existing customers, and finding more customers. It's really the 3 things you should be focusing on. Client acquisition, optimizing how you're offering, what your offer is, and the fulfillment of it. That's really the main 3 things. If you're making a to-do list and the things that you're actually have listed are not really relevant to these things, you're probably wasting your time, to be honest, especially the beginning. Like there's only so much time, especially if you have a 9-to-5 job or something like that. You just want to focus your time on things that are going to be more productive. So just take this off. Just want to make sure people can hear me, right? I'd hate to be like doing all this and people can't hear me. Hey, Donna, good to see you. Could you just confirm that you can hear me? I just want to make sure. I'd hate to be like doing all this and then nobody can hear me. I just realized I didn't ask. Can hear you well. Okay, perfect. Okay, Anne-Marie, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's take up the next question. What are business models? What models are there? Okay, it's a bit of a generic question. So business models, it refers to how you structure your business, basically. So it could be a subscription model. So for example, if you have somebody paying you a monthly subscription or an annual subscription, also, if you have a high ticket business model, then obviously the pricing model is to do with that. If you have a business model that's service-based or product-based, for example, the templates and coaching, it's much more of a product-based membership. So it's much more of a digital product that I can serve and email people once a month and have it in a private members area. Whereas my tech support membership is much more of a service-based membership. So it just depends on what type of business model. There's other business models where are more of a loyalty program and benefits membership. For example, Amazon Prime, right? That's a loyalty program. You pay the $6 a month or whatever, you get free shipping, so you get these extra bonuses. So those are examples of business models. And you want to, I would say, buy the book .com Secrets. There's something called the value ladder, and the value ladder is all about how you stack up the different offers as a ladder, where the highest value that you can optimize to your clients and give your clients is at the highest levels. So that's where you have like high-end masterminds, things along these lines. In my business, I don't have any high-ticket stuff, so I just don't want to, right? For reasons that I've explained in multiple times. But my main focus is more subscription membership because I want to earn people's business every single month, and that's kind of my goal. With the templates and coaching, honestly, because it's so cheap, $77 a year, it's too much of a headache to even charge monthly. Like I will lose so much money on fees. It's not even worth it. Chasing credit cards, all that. So that's why $77 a year, that's way better in this particular scenario. I don't actually understand what's an app. Okay, so they're asking what is an application funnel. They don't understand what is an application form. Okay, so this is applicable when you're doing one-on-one coaching, especially for high tickets one-on-one coaching. And this is one of the templates that I will share. It's not something that's going to be in the first month or second month. It's probably going to be month 5 or 6, where I'm going to release a guide to do with coaching. Now, how to set up a one-on-one coaching business. And that's going to include a guide, but also this type of funnel specifically for high ticket coaches. And the funnel for high ticket coaches typically is called an application funnel. Typically, it's a landing page which offers a sort of a case study on how you helped XYZ client. Let's say you're a fitness trainer, how you helped this client go from weighing 150 pounds, 150 kilos to 80 kilos in 6 months, so whatever, right? And do a case study on all of that. So that's what you would do an application funnel on. They will then watch a 20 minutes webinar that will explain your framework. For example, in my case, I've got the 4-step framework taking you from idea to living off passive income. Eliminate, automate, systemize, and outsource. So whatever that process is for the high ticket coach, you will optimize that in the webinar, explain, and give them 2 options. Go and implement this on your own, work with me one-on-one, and apply to work with me. And then you will have an application form, which you can create on Google Forms or Calendly or Blue or Airtable. Again, I'm going to show all of that stuff when I release the guide. They will fill out the form to basically say, what is their challenges? What do they want to handle? What's their budget? What have they tried? What's their pain points? Things along these lines. And then you'll review the application. And if they're a good fit, you will then get on a sales call and sell them your high ticket coaching program to make sure they're a good fit. So that's in short what an application funnel looks like. It's typically 4 pages. Opt-in page for case study, landing page, thank you page / webinar, application form page, thank you page after the application, which is typically what that is actually usually called a homework page, which is where you will present testimonials, additional resources. So by the time they get to your one-on-one coaching call, they are already super warm, basically. Okay. So there you go. She also asked, I have a free version of Calendly. Yeah, so you could do the application form on Calendly. That's something that you can do before somebody books a call with you. They would actually fill in the application form, basically. This is a different style of an application funnel, because you can do an application funnel where you send them immediately to a calendar, and then you could do an application funnel where you actually review the application, and only if you like what you see and you think, okay, that could be a good fit, only then you will email them the application. It just depends on your strategy. Both are fine. And next question. Can you share your Excel template on how you track your numbers monthly? Yeah, that's going to be in the membership. I'm going to share my numbers. And also, I have somebody that joined the membership that was in my virtual summit, Phoebe Dre, and she's a financial coach and an accountant. And I actually got her permission to use her checklist from the Freedom Number session that we did. And that's going to basically show you how to, make a list of all your numbers and all that stuff, where you'll be able to allocate, okay, what's your credit card debt, your expenses, your electricity bill, your multiple subscriptions and all that. That's going to be definitely something that's included in the membership. So I will definitely share that in the templates and coaching membership. Where do I host my digital downloads that I sell online? Okay, so depending on what software you're using, I mean, of course, if you're using WordPress, you would typically use Dropbox or Google Drive. If you're using Kajabi or Newsendler or Systeme, they will actually give you the hosting for those tools anyway included. So that's where you would host them. For example, if you were to look here, this is a PDF. It's hosted on Systeme as an example. So that's what. So you would host things on Systeme if you were using Systeme. So that's the answer to that question. What is the difference in YouTube and Vimeo video hosting? And what is this? Is it just the security of Vimeo? Yeah, so if you're setting up an online course, for example, and you're using, say, WordPress or Thrivecart, then the video hosting is not included. You'll need to use a different video hosting. You can use YouTube, but as you know, when you're doing YouTube, there is ads. There is also videos recommended to go elsewhere. People can get distracted, and also they can share your videos easily. Vimeo is more protected content, and it's more professional typically. So that's why you would use it. There's also other software tools, video hosting, Vidello, Wistia. Wistia is really expensive, so I wouldn't recommend going there. But there's different video hosting. But if you're using Systeme or Kajabi, typically we just use what's there. Personally, I use Searchy for my video hosting for two reasons. Number one, it gives you chapters and transcriptions. Number two, I can embed it on multiple places. And also, the other thing that's valuable to me with Searchy is I do a lot of one-on-one coaching calls and free consults and stuff like that. And the information from Zoom automatically gets pulled to Searchy, which means that when I actually do a one-on-one coaching call, I can actually share the link to the Zoom, to the session that we did, to my customers so they can actually make use of it. So that's what I use. I use Searchy, and I like it for that purpose. I don't use their membership hub. I just use the video hosting specifically. I mentioned it. I had 700. I've done over 700 one-on-one calls in the last 2-3 years for coaching calls, building people's websites, things like that. So I needed to move all of them from YouTube, which were unlisted, and that's why I signed up for Searchy to move all the videos there. What is your take on Thrivecart for hosting courses? I think it's great. I don't have any complaints. Again, they don't actually provide video hosting. If you want, I will get permission. I don't know that I have permission, but there is a membership that I do hosting. I do tech support Q&A every week or every 2 weeks, and I'm in their membership to do that Q&A basically. And they use Thrivecarts for it, and it looks great. So definitely, it's a really good platform for that. It's easy enough to use. It's a grand to use for the checkouts and all that stuff. I use Thrivecart. I'm a customer as well. I actually have a totally different use case. But if you want to have if you're allergic to subscriptions, then yes, you would use it. But realize that you're never going to get rid of your subscriptions completely, because you still need a website, you still need email marketing, you still need video hosting. So it's not going to get rid of everything completely. It's just the course area is going to be all in sync with your checkout, which is a really good checkout process. Okay, so that's that. I've been one of those one-on-one coaching clients. Awesome. What's your name? I can't see it because it's Facebook. Is it Cindy? I think. Oh no, Cindy said, Iran is so thorough and generous. Thank you so much, Cindy. I really appreciate it. Oh yes, Cindy, that's right. You have been. Yep. Great to see you. Donna, great to see you. Vanessa, great to see you as well. When you leave comments on Facebook, I can't always see you, unfortunately, but I can definitely see the comments, and I can definitely see you on YouTube. So cool. Okay. Next question. I think I'm coming to the end of my questions, by the way. If you leave a comment, you want to leave a comment with any questions you have, feel free to do so. What online course platform do you use to keep costs down initially? Should I use Facebook groups and emails or unlisted videos on YouTube? My concern is people can download videos of YouTube and share it with friends. Yeah, exactly. So if you use YouTube, it's just unprofessional to some degree, and it's going to be a bit of an issue because of that. I mean, to be honest, like if you're just getting started, you have zero budget, whatever, just have it on YouTube or do it in a Facebook group, do the lives in a Facebook group and all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Of course, as you grow, again, it's not as automated as it could be. So that's why I use Searchy. That's why I use Systeme. It's not because I want to pay the extra subscriptions. It's not that I can't do everything on Facebook, but I have a lot of things very, very automated. So when somebody signs up for the membership, for example, they get an email for the tech support membership, let's say, they get the login details automatically. They get the, my VA gets a notification to follow up. My VA then emails them. They get a link to a booking calendar. They then book a time on my VA's calendar. My VA calendar is all set up with the reminders. People show up on time. And all these things that are on the back end are working independent of me and my time. So I really don't have to do a lot of stuff, right? Like my fulfillment for the tech support membership is to show up to the group calls, which I'm usually there for anywhere between 20 minutes to 2 hours. And periodically, you know, keeping tabs on any questions and stuff like that. I probably spend, I don't know, 8, maybe 10 hours a week max on my tech support typically. So it's not a lot of time, you know. I know people think I work all the time and I don't sleep, and it's true to some degree, but I actually don't have to, right? Like obviously, like this week I've been working nonstop because I've got this launch and all that. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of let you know, like there's a lot of automations. Like obviously, at the beginning when I didn't have virtual assistants, well, yeah, I was working a lot more, but I've got VAs, I've got a lot of video stuff. So it just depends, right? And as you grow, you want to automate more and more. In terms of the Google Doc questions that I have, a Google Sheets questions, I've actually answered everything that I have. So if you have anything else for me, I definitely want to know. Leave a comment right now so I know. And yeah, if you like this type of style, by the way, I'm definitely keen on doing this. I don't mind doing this once a month. I mean, this is, you know, I mean, I took 38 minutes to answer 23 questions. So, you know, even if I get 100 questions, I mean, okay, 2 hours, not too bad. I'll probably need to like, you know, have a drink afterwards because I'm like nonstop. But you know, still, it's pretty good this way. I don't mind it that way. So there you go. Thanks a lot for Donna, Cindy, Vanessa, Han, Anne-Marie. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry, Anne-Marie. Hope I say your name correctly. Great to have you tune in. I really appreciate it, and so on. And yeah, if you want to join the membership, again, the cart is closing literally in 22 hours and 20 minutes. So let me just show you what that looks like. And again, this is an automation that I have set up, right? Like this is not like, oh, will he close? Will he not close? No. I've set up an automation. As soon as the countdown hits 0, it will redirect and it's going to be gone, right? So here you go. This is what the sales page looks like. And you will see if you scroll down a little bit. This is the countdown timer, 22 hours and 20 minutes and 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4. As soon as it hits 0, it will automatically redirect to a waitlist page. It's not going to be open or anything like that, right? So don't miss out. And also share this. If you know anybody that wants to learn from this or be a part of it or anything like that, please do share it with them. You know, I'm going to raise the price. I'm telling you right now, I'm already 98%, okay, 90% positive on what that price is going to be. It's going to be higher. And so I am going to raise the price when I do reopen. I do plan on reopening it. And you will find out when I'll reopen and what the new price is going to be once I reopen. I don't like to play marketing games too much. So I will say what the price is going to be. I will also divulge when the open cart is going to be. When I do open cart again, it will be 5 to 7 days open cart, same thing like this time. And yeah, you're locked in on the $77 a year. Like if you sign up now, you're locked in at that price for for life. You're like, as long as you remain a member, you'll keep that price. I'm going to make your life a lot easier in terms of making a decision as to whether or not you should join or not. And this is something that I really want to make it clear, because honestly, I'll be honest, I think my sales page is not very good. Now, it's not that it's not very good. It's okay. Okay, I could have done a better job on it. But because it's a founding members launch, I'm sort of like, I whacked it together and it's fine. It's good enough, okay? But if I was to really put in the effort to figure out, okay, what is the pain point? Who am I serving? And really do a whole brainstorm, because I've been doing a bit of brainstorming since, I'll tell you very simple who this membership is for. This membership is for the entrepreneur, the online entrepreneur, whether you're getting started or savvy, who feels like they don't have enough time in a day. Who feels like that? Okay. If you feel like you don't have enough time in the day as an online entrepreneur, this membership is for you. I don't care if you've been in business for 10 years or 10 minutes. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because if you feel like you don't have enough time in the day, there's a few reasons for that. Number one, you're either distracted with marketing hype, marketing emails, things like that. You're either, you need to eliminate things on your to-do list that are really just not really that important, okay? Another thing is you are probably doing things that are manual instead of automating them. And that's unfortunate because you really don't need to do these things. For example, if you're just answering emails, who answers emails every day? If you're answering emails every day and you're not using text automations, you are wasting time, guaranteed. I don't know how I survived without text automations. It is such a huge time saver, okay? So that's another thing. Another thing is you don't have a process. For example, when I think about what I'm doing right now, like, what is my process to answer these questions? I'll give you an example. The live Q&A that I did 2 days ago, I sent an email out and I said to people, hey, give me your feedback with what questions and I'll answer those. And I was on Messenger and I was asking people, what questions do you have? And I collected all the questions and I put it up into a description and in a Google Doc, and it was all manual. Now what I did is different. I added a little automation. I created a survey. Okay. Now that survey, and I'll show you what that looks like actually. If you don't mind, I might as well just show it to you. Uno momento. Just like I'll give you a realistic example. Like this framework that I'm talking about, like I'm not like making this up out of nothing. Like this is literally what I do and implement every single day. So this one. Okay, have a look at this page. You can see this questionnaire. So when you fill out this questionnaire, which is I created that on a software tool, as soon as you fill it out, it will automatically populate the answers right here, basically. Okay. Now, when it populates the answers, you can see there is the questions right here, and then the context right here. And then what I do is I will then go to YouTube. So for example, let's go to churnless membership video as an example, just because for the sake of demonstration. And you'll notice that I have a virtual assistant that after the video, like after this live, they're going to watch this live and they're going to create chapters. Okay. Now the chapter right here, you see them right here. These are the chapters. Okay. Now I can then click on this, copy this right here, and you could see here, but it's going to take a specific segment, right? And answer the question basically. So whatever that question was, I can then upload it. I can upload it to here, or my VA will do that actually, like here. And you could see it's at the 5,000 seconds. Okay, that's the exact moment when that question was answered. And then they will email that out to the person that asked that question. That way, people who are in the membership, when you are asking the questions, you don't have to be like, I appreciate everybody attending, by the way, and engaging and all that. And I know some people are gonna like that and they want to be part of it, and that's fantastic. There's some people, that might be too busy. Maybe one day you can't attend live. That's fine, but you still want to get your question answered. Maybe the time zone doesn't fit, right? So we'll actually give you the exact segment of that time of the session. This is a process. It's a system. Questionnaire, automated to Google Doc to YVideo. YVideo, I answer the questions. Virtual assistant watches the video, adds it to the Google Doc. My VA sends an email out to the person that asked the question. Done. Okay. This is a process. Okay. So that's the 3 steps: eliminate, automate, systemize. This is a system, a process that works. And of course, because some parts of it is automated, like the Google Sheet to the questionnaire, but some parts is manual. For example, the virtual assistant will watch the video and create the chapters. That's not something that, at least at the moment, maybe with AI and artificial intelligence, it'll be different. But for now, I need to have a virtual assistant actually go through and watch the video. Again, this is a system. So if you're lacking systems and processes in your business, that's what the membership is for. And that's why you feel like you don't have enough time. Now, it's okay to feel like you don't have enough time, because you probably don't have enough time, but things can be eliminated, wasteful things, automated, tedious stuff, manual stuff, systemized, so you have better processes, and outsourced. You don't have to do things that are really a total waste of time. Like, I don't need to sit there and create timestamps or chapters. It's just ridiculous, right? So there you go. So that's my pitch to you. Very simple. If you're an entrepreneur who doesn't have time, this membership is for you. Okay. Yes, you'll be locked in at $77 a year. And yeah, your price is not going to go up so long as you remain a member. And I'm positive that you're going to get a lot of value for $77. If you think of it this way, if you value your time at an hour, let's say an hour of your time is valued at $50. If I can save you 2 hours in the next 12 months, which I know I'll save you a lot more, I am positive that this membership is going to be valuable to you because it's only $77. I am positive I'll save you more than 2 hours because I've got email templates, Canva templates, website templates. There's a lot more you're going to get. But yeah, that's kind of the equation. I want you to look at it. I mean, yes, I know there's a FOMO aspect here, like fear of missing out, because I'm putting a hard deadline, because unfortunately people take action when there's hard deadlines. But also it is very important to look at this logically. Like, am I going to make a return in investment on the $77 and the time I'm going to invest with this? Yes or no? And I can tell you, if you feel like you don't have enough time as an entrepreneur, I know the answer is yes. Han, so necessary to get back on track because I'm so distracted. Life's been hitting hard and I'm in avoidance mode. Grateful for your perfect example of heart-centered business model and personal drive. I appreciate that, Han. Yeah, landing page challenge for you, Han. What I'll do with you, Han, is I'm going to send you access to the landing page challenge and get you on an onboarding call with Rose to get started, okay? Cool. If anybody else have any other questions, definitely let me know. I feel like I've covered pretty much everything. I really appreciate you. If you want to join the membership, go to runtemplates.com. If you want to share this video with anybody that you think will benefit from this or the templates membership, please do so. The countdown is on. It's another 22 hours and the doors are closing. So please do share. I would love to have more people join. I'm already, there's already a lot of people joining. So I'm really excited about that, but I definitely want to have more and be able to serve more and so on. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Really appreciate it.